So April is here and it's been a really solid year for video games so far, especially in the indie category. We've had some major hits. So I'm here to show you some more games that are coming out in April, both indie and AAA alike. And the first one I want to talk about is Outriders. This one is coming to us from developers People Can Fly, who worked on Bulletstorm and Gears of War Judgment, so they're really known for their intense shooting gameplay. This game looks awesome to me. It's a really well fleshed out third-person RPG that has a really deep loot and customization system, especially once you start getting into the modding and all of the different weapons and armor types. This game looks awesome to me. It kind of seems like Diablo the shooter in a lot of ways. What do you guys think? Are you going to be picking this up on April 1st when it comes out? Let's chat about it. Next up on April 6th is Oddworld Soulstorm. This one's brought to us by Oddworld developers Oddworld Inhabitants. They originally released a game called Abe's Exodus in 1999, which wasn't their original vision of the game, so 20 plus years later, they're releasing Oddworld Soulstorm, which is the fully fleshed out, reimagined version of Abe's Exodus. This is going to feature what the developers are calling 2.9D platforming, meaning it is a platformer, a 2D platformer, but the world has a large amount of depth to it, significantly more than was in Abe's New and Tasty. I personally really believe in the developers here. I think they're kind of mad geniuses and have developed this incredible world that I can't wait to explore on next gen. And for the PS5 players, this game is going to be free for April, so there is no reason to at least try it out. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Let me know. Coming at you next is a 2D action RPG dungeon crawler called the Slormancer. It's by a two-person team based in Nice, France, and this is their first game. They've been working on it since 2017, and they said that their priority for this game is for people to have fun. They don't want it to be insanely difficult. They don't want to put monetization in it. They just want people to have good old video game fun. Right off the bat, you're going to have three options for classes. You're going to have the Knight, the Huntress, and the Mage, each with over 200 active abilities, a massive skill tree, a huge amount of upgrades for passive abilities and active abilities, and each class also comes with 120 unique weapons, which are pretty insane. The amount of loot customization and build options here is pretty impressive. It's kind of like Diablo, but 2D. And yeah, I've been waiting for a game like this for a minute now, and I just haven't been able to get into Path of Exile. But this game looks like it might fill that void for a little bit. It comes to you on April 6th. Next up is arguably the game that I'm looking forward to the most in April. It's a side-scrolling adventure platformer called Hoa. You play as a little girl who makes her way through the world and befriends a bunch of mysterious and strange creatures who really look very Studio Ghibli inspired, and just discover your story, discover who you are and why you are here. The worlds and the atmosphere, as well as the original soundtrack, are all absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to just spend time in this game because it's going to feel like a meditation, if anything. I don't know if this game is actually going to be coming out in April. There's kind of conflicting information all over the internet about this. Some places are saying April, other places are saying July. I'm not really sure, but I am an impatient gamer and I really want this game to come out sooner rather than later. So hopefully it's April. Fingers crossed. Next one is 8 Doors, Arum's Afterlife adventure from developers Rootless Studio, who are based in Seoul, South Korea. It's a Metroidvania 2D action platformer, and you explore the 8 different areas of Purgatory as the main character, Arum. After her father was killed in a series of mysterious deaths that swept her village, you travel to Purgatory to figure out why that happened. The story is based in Korean folklore surrounding the afterlife, and you'll battle 30 different types of enemies, as well as 12 different bosses that all have unique attack styles. You'll gain abilities, earn passive skills, and there's also 7 different weapon types you can use. The combat looks really fun, it looks really addicting, and the entire game is just really moody and right up my alley. It's dark, It's very cool. The developers made a point to say that they've only used 3 colors throughout the entire game: red, black, and white, and the entire game is hand-drawn and frame-by-frame 2D animation, giving this truly a very, very unique look. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up later this month. What do you guys think? Are you going to play it? Next up, we have Returnal from developers Housemarque. This one's coming to us on April 30th, and it's a third-person roguelike game that has a dark sci-fi and kind of a psychological horror twist to it. It looks really, really promising. There's a lot to see here. Every world that you go through is procedurally generated, so one time the entire world might be on fire and it might be this hellish landscape, and next time you go through it, it might be this beautiful snow-capped mountain. There's gonna be a ton of different enemy types, and they all look pretty damn terrifying if I'm being honest. The game looks intense, and with all of the different weapon types and build options, it seems there's going to be a huge amount of gameplay variety here, which I am so down for, especially in a roguelike. I need it. I need many different options. I need to try different things on my loop. But I really think this game is going to push the genre forward, so I'm hoping that it's good. What do you guys think? Are you excited for any of these games? Let me know in the comments below and let's chat about it. My name's Richard Granger with VENN, and I'll talk to you next time.